Tonight on DFY Magic Themes, we're going to talk about the rank and rent business. Well, good evening to you. Barry was first in the Zoom room tonight, so good evening, Barry. We've got Bob, Richard, Stefan and Laurie. They're already in the room. I know more will pop in as we get going. Tonight we're going to talk about the rank and rent model and the best direction to take it in to be able to get your sites out there and start earning straight away. All that and lots more on DFY Magic Themes live for you. Well, hello, good evening and welcome. It's always good to see everyone who's in here so far. How are you doing, Robert?
Great. A little tired, but I'm doing great. It's Friday. That music is always like on top of everything. That just like sets the mood.
We'll do a proper name call tonight. So we'll go for everyone who's already in. So, of course, Barry, we said hello to already. So there's Bob, Don, Laurie, Richard, Stefan, and Colin. Good evening to all of you that are already in the room. I think someone else popped in as well just then, but I probably missed their name. If I've missed your name, I do apologise. It sort of springs up very quickly before I can say hello to everyone. But what a week! It's been a busy old week as always. We've splashed out on our budget for the year for the backdrops, so we've gone and changed them. Took all of 5 minutes, didn't it, Robert?
And
so we want to. There's a few things we want to talk about. First of all, we did a webinar in the week, more a Zoom call than a webinar about the Magic Call Center. Thank you for everyone who turned up. Thank you for everyone who jumped in on this. It's going to be an awesome opportunity. The dev is sending me over the weekend hopefully the first version. That we can get into your members area, and we stuck to our guns. So those on the webinar got in at the best deal ever. We left it open a tiny bit longer because we had some messages from people who were in different time zones, and so now the price has gone up on it for the weekend only, and then after that we are taking it down for while we develop this and get it all ready to go on the monthly plans when we release it.
right. And I got to say, Stephen, that sometimes you work and you work and you work and you don't see any fruits to your labor of what you've been doing, and you just you keep hitting the wall.
Mm.
And I've been there recently. It's just like there's so many things going on. You get excited about so many different projects, but you want to make motions forward. You really want to just take off. And sometimes you just want to go do your own thing. You just want to go run your own business and not worry about everything else. But the reality is when we had that call, the support that came from everybody just was overwhelming. It really was. It means so much to me. I know it means so much to Stephen that when you guys come back and support us as DFYers. It's just like, it's hard to put a word to it, but the feeling is just unconditional love for what we're doing, for all of us as a community. And that's what drives us. That's what really drives us to go and think about, what is it that we can put together? What is it that the whole thing, we've been saying it for a long time, what the goal is to hit that push button, easy button, have it build websites, have it bring clients in, and have it make you guys lots of money. That's the entire goal, to make it fully automated as much as possible and make it simple for people to come in, start out, and not get beat up by all the noise and lose so much time and effort in things that don't work. And that's really button. Have it build website. Are you repeating me?
I hit a button by mistake. I keep forgetting on with Zoom. I got this magic feed thing, and I'll switch over. And while you're talking, I like to check all the live feeds.
Well, if you're talking, you're making me say the same thing over again. Did I miss something?
No, you carry on.
but that's what all these things are for. And there's timing for all of you. And I keep saying it. It's your schedule. It's your business. It's your time. Life gets in the way a lot. And we had somebody come on that call that was an original founder that hadn't had time. I know he had family issues. But he wants to come back in and get going. And man, I want to push so hard to help him to get caught up, because he missed out on a lot. But anyways, again, if it wasn't for all you guys here supporting us and helping us fill our emotional tank to keep going, fill that energy up to keep going, sometimes it's difficult. It is hard. So the same struggles you guys face daily, we face, and we don't ever want to let you down. That's our biggest goal.
Now, I want to share my screen because we've got some people that were originally lifers that may not be aware of this, and I'm hoping that a lot of them are watching already. And I want to make sure we move to a new dashboard for the members area. And let me just share my screen. So if you are a member and you do not have access as you're a lifer, go to dfymagicthemes.com/support, sign up for the help desk, and raise a support ticket going, I'm a lifer, or I'm an existing customer and I don't have access to this. This is what you should now be seeing. Now, the only thing that's not in here at the moment is the Magic Ranker, as I'm busy working through recording training and editing, and there's a lot involved with it to put version 2 inside of here. And when it's in here, anyone who's already got it will get it for free. We've said that, and that'll be added into the members area. Now, we get asked time and time again by people about how do I edit the shortcodes on the website. If you come into the Build, Rent, Rank training, and I'm just going to whip in here, down the bottom here, we've got DFY Extra. And inside of here, we've got various extra bits of information. And one of the things on here is how do I change content in a DFY Magic theme? And so watch this, and it shows you how to do the shortcodes. We've got an SEO tips and tricks thing, how to do links in the MCB with Robert, recapture on WP Forms with a plugin. And I'm sure somewhere in I can't remember where I put it off the top of my head, it's been a long day. Somewhere in the training is the rank math training, which I think actually may be in a separate section if I've uploaded it all. Let's have a look down. SEO, I think it might be in here, Robert. If it's not, I'll make sure it is. Using rank math, adding SEO to the images, and if there's any more videos, we'll add them in here. All right. So everything's all in one dashboard now, which is really nice, and you just work your way through. The checklist is there. Anyone who's new, you come in and just go to the start here. Just go into this first part and just have a look at that. Work your way through the agents, how to set the agency site up. The build for the agency site is the same as with all our builds. Nice and easy. All right. Information about social media, and we're adding more and more content as we go along. And then on top of that, if I come back here again, if you're part of the inner circle and you come into here now, And because I got busy, I forgot to put last week's up. It's in there now. You can come into the month related, hit start, and all the previous live for yous, including the inner circle part, because you remember, is inside here. They're dated all the way down. So if you watch one like let's say tonight we're talking about something, and you go, oh yeah, that was really good, I want to watch it again. Just write the date down so you know what it was that you were interested in, and then come into here. If I had the time, if I had all the time in the world, I would transcript them as well for you, but I haven't got that time to put that information in here. So it's just easier for you guys just to make a note of the date when we were live and play and come in and play what you were interested in. All right. And I'm trying to keep up with this. I said I put the video where it's meant to be, but then I completely forgot to upload it into here. So if I ever miss that, you guys can drop a ticket to me and go, we forgot. All right. But we'll always make sure that this is up to date. There's so much content inside the members area now. The Elite Club at the moment's got the video booster, DFY video booster in it, and we're going to be adding a lot more content in there over the coming weeks. We've got some great ideas of products to add in there. Video Bootcamp, those that got into that, and the Magic Call Center, and then of course whatever sites you have access to, pending what they are. If you've got the buy now button, it means that you have to go and buy it. All right. And if by the way, if you're an Inner Circle member, I mean the Magic Call Center we did at the lowest price ever on the webinar. But other things, like if you're looking at if you haven't got one of these sites and you're thinking of getting it, and you go through, message us first before you buy it, because most likely we may have an offer we can do only for Inner Circle members on that. All right. And but that's the main area there. The next thing I want to talk about is the way DFY is going. We want to teach you guys to make money as soon as possible. Now, I see in other groups people saying my GMB got shut down, right? And this is a common problem. And Google will eventually, with AI, shut down what we call the non-real GMBs, what they class as fake GMBs, because you've set them up to sell leads. We believe that the better business model, and I'm already doing this, is to come and find people who don't have websites. All right. And whether you're going to charge $99 to $500, whatever you think you can rent a website to a company for, this is what I would do. I'd rent the site, but then I would have a Twilio phone number, so you can track the calls that are going through the system. All right. Or whoever you can get a call tracking number from, and a VoIP number. All right. And then what you can do then is that at that point, if you're renting the site to this company, you can actually put their name on the company on the website, but with your call tracking number instead, so you can prove the stats. All right. And I've got sites out there ranging from in the UK, £99 right the way up to £500 a month. It comes down to, I always go in at a high price first, and then I wait for their reaction, and I say to them, well, what's stopping you from wanting to rent the site? You haven't got a website. I can't afford £500. So I say, okay, well, how about this? Per 6 months only, right? I'll do a special coupon code that will bring it down to $99. When we get close to the 6 month range, you give me a shout, right? And then we'll talk about continuing. And during that time, I send out emails to them on an autoresponder. And emails like, don't forget to put it on all your paperwork. Don't forget to put the website address on your van if you've got a van. Don't forget to mention your website to customers. Add the website address to your Google My Business. Don't know how to do it? Message me. We can help you with that, right? And when they come to you, say, oh, you need your GMB updating. It's a mess. We've got a service. We can. It's only $99 up or $150, and we'll do all your GMB for you and SEO it for you. So that means then that's a legit GMB pointing back to a site that you own as the agency company that's renting your sites. And then in turn, that's think about this as well. If you could find 10 companies at $99, that's $1,000 a month, all right? 20 companies, $2,000 a month. How hard would it be locally to where you are to rent a website at $99 to somebody per month? including, you say it's including hosting, including maintenance. While that site's running, you can work on the SEO in the background a lot slower. So you're not panicked about how you don't guarantee phone calls, you don't guarantee ranking it, you don't guarantee any of that. You just say, here's the site, you can rent it for 99 bucks. Once you've ranked that site, you spent the time when you get it to number one. But when that 6 months is up, which is roughly how long it takes to get a site to number one on Google, right? And the price goes up and he goes, no, thank you. We say, well, the site's on page one of Google. I've got it in the top 3. No, thank you. That's fine. Well, we've got John's Plumbing instead. I know he wants it. So thank you very much. You're going to have to take all the signage off your vans, by the way, because I know you've done that, and off all your paperwork. Do you know what I mean? And the thing is when you get close to that date, you can negotiate a new price with that customer. You can say, all right, are you happy with the service? Yes. Are you happy with, the price is going to go up to 500 bucks a month? Well, I can't afford that. I'll tell you what, the next 6 months, I can do it for 250. And then at the end of that year again, away you go. And you just say to them, the reason we have a different phone number to yours on the website is because we have to track the calls. Right? Well, if you want your own phone number on there, right, then that's going to cost you more money. Do you want to add to that, Robert?
What I wanted to add to that was, in the beginning, you might not have had a lot of calls, but as that site is aging and developing, and you have the call tracking to prove that those calls are being made and they're going to that number. And when you're talking to them at that point where you're negotiating a price, oh, I see that you had 10, 20, 30, 50, 80, 100 calls. Did you not get any sales or leads out of all those calls? And if they got 100 calls and got nothing out of it, there's a problem on their end of onboarding their calls and what they're going to do.
Yeah. Look at this as well, right? I've done a search for plumbers in Bristol. Straight away, this one hasn't got a website. Let's scroll down and have a look a bit lower down again. This one hasn't got a website. Let's keep looking and see if we've got any more on here. I found 2, 3, 4. Keep looking. Let's go to the next page. And let's see if we 5, 6. Have a look. 7. I found 7 companies already. That if I set up 8, let's see if we've got any 9. See if we can find one more, just 10. So if I contacted those 10 businesses and went, I noticed you haven't got a website. Here's one you can rent for 99 bucks a month. Do you think one of them would take me up on it? I'm sure they would. And in fact, if no one else beats me to it, because Bristol's not my area, I think I'm going to set a plumber's site up, Robert, if I've got time in the week, and I'm going to get it up there, and I'm going to reach out to them and see if they're interested. Just need one to pay you that money initially. That's $99 more than you had before coming in, while you then spend the time pushing up the search engines to get calls coming in.
Right.
If they want their own phone number on the site, you say, well, that's 500 bucks a month. Boom, right? Because you can't track the calls. But the thing is if they stop paying you, you just go onto the website and change the phone number and send it to someone else. So I've just doing that simple search. That's one way of onboarding customers. That's 10 companies that I can reach out to, sell them the dream of having the best website ever. Not only that, you then sell them the location pages. I know Steve Dimmick in the group loves selling location pages. I think he calls them mega pages. So think about this, that you do a small area initially, and when that company's really chuffed, you say, by the way, if you pay a bit more money, I can get you into these other areas around you. And then you just build another page for them. And this is the vision we've got, because I know with GMBs, I've had GMBs shut down myself, and they can be hard to get. If you buy one from somebody, it's unlikely to stay live for months on end, and Google will eventually start cracking down on these GMBs. And the last thing we want in our business model is people putting in the group, well, I set up 5 GMBs and they've all gone down now. Because in the terms and conditions, because Google themselves are wanting to sell leads on the Google tick, Google verified, they want to make the money. They don't want you making the money. But there's no law on ranking a website on page 1 of Google But in the meantime, when you first offer it cheap. It's better to have $99 in your pocket a month initially for the first 6 months, but then you can build it up and then you get another one. Like I just said, 20 businesses, if you put the time into set up 20 websites in different, by the way, you can even hit the same niche in different areas. If you know your location, like with me in Somerset, I've got Ilminster, Chard, Crewkerne, Yeovil, Taunton, and I can go maybe a bit further afield as well. And think if I can find 10 businesses in each of those locations and I get one business, right? And let's just say, for an example, there's 5 locations I set up and I get one business in each initially, $500 coming in. And then I expand out and out and out more and more with one niche. And then I build another niche. Then I build another niche. Next minute, I've got, 30 niches all earning me $99 a month. You've just got to focus and go in the right direction with this. And that's why, personally, I don't spend the time worrying about GMBs and trying to get them. In fact, a lot of the time you set a business up and you have it running and Google will offer you the listing. Now, when they offer you the listing, it'll ring your number, just temporarily divert the number to yourself, answer it, confirm the listing and re-divert the number back. If Google smacks your hand for it, you say, well, you offered me the listing. I didn't know. You offered me it, which then moves on to my final point on this. If you get offered a listing, I think you're better off having each GMB in its own Gmail account. Don't have them all in one, because if you've got them all in one, unless you turn around and say, I'm an agency and I'm managing these businesses, right, they may not be happy. But think about this as well, that if you set a website up for John's Plumbing, right, or for yourself, and John's Plumbing wants to rent it, and John's Plumbing's name on it, but it's a different number, it doesn't matter, because the bottom line is Google's going to ring that and say, is that John's Plumbing? Oh, yes, it is. Okay, bye. There's not an issue there and nothing will go wrong. But if they're phoning up ABC Plumbing and then getting John's Plumbing instead, they know that's going to be a lead gen site, and most likely there's a chance of that GMB being taken down. So you just got to play it easy, Laurie says you have to go to the Inner Circle Facebook group and do a search for video with the group and you'll see a bunch of, absolutely. There's a video tab in there with them in, but we in the Inner Circle members area, the Facebook group and also the members area I've just shown you, they're all in order, so you can find them a lot easier.
Well, what happened there, Laurie, so you understand, is we started re-adding them to the new members area. And at that point, because we had just switched over to the new members area with the MCB and the MLB, we didn't want to drag all of the other videos, because all it's going to do is confuse people. You go too far back, it's old content that doesn't make sense now to what we're doing.
Yeah. So we started the last week of April, and some of the old content is when I used to have hair. So it's all. I should look a bit more like that. So, but yeah. So Paul Power says, haven't they the big G sued someone for multiple GMBs? I saw something somewhere, but I haven't had the chance to look into it. In the week, me and Robert are going to look at that and see what it's all about, and we'll talk about it next week. We did see a British article, didn't we?
At the same time, if you think about it, if you do things right, if you put up good quality sites, you put up good quality content, why would there be any issue for you? However, if you start doing things on a large scale that's against any kind of policies, whether it's Facebook or Google or whatever, you got a better chance for them coming after you.
Wow, 300 GMBs, Paul. I'll ask him to unmute. Maybe not. Let's unmute. Does it ask you to unmute, Paul?
Yeah, it's something like between 3 and 350 GMBs. They were like a lead gen operator. It's only that I've seen it in another group, or a couple of groups actually. They've taken someone. I'll try and find the article and send it to you.
Yeah, do that, and then
it's
we'll
something
talk.
like 3,500 GMBs. That's why they've taken it or soon it.
So we'll look at it and we'll talk about that next week, Paul. So Brilliant. Thank you, buddy.
That's why, you know, we've never changed from the beginning. It's always been build them to rent them.
Yeah.
Because when you rent them, you control them. When you control them, then they stop paying you, you move on, or you give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
But to just be a pure lead generation service and sell the leads, that's another business model. We would rather you see it rent it directly to a business and work with that business. And in the future, I see it, if it works correctly with the call center, you'll be able to create packages of location pages and then rent individual location pages based on phone numbers to individual businesses that want them, and make more money on your rental sites. But if you're renting websites to solve a problem for a business, I don't see that as a problem.
No, and it won't be. And I think a lot of these companies, you got to remember, Google and Bing are in it to make money themselves. And at the moment, Google and YouTube, some of their revenue's been down. And, you know, it's been going down. In fact, Facebook recently, I think they announced that they were reducing the cost of advertising as well because they're struggling. So, you know, it goes to show that there's other platforms out there now that are doing a lot better when it comes to advertising. But the thing is, you know, the business model, if you know you can get more than $99 a month for a website that's new, then go ahead and do that by all means. You know your own area, you know where you're based. I'm just giving an example of an easy way to be able to go down the route of $99. You know, you get 20 sites up there, and you know, and away you go. And for anyone who's new to watching the channel, I know we've got some new members in our free Facebook group on dfymagicthemes.com/FB, and those, some of them have gone to rankrentwebsites.com and watched the free training that we've put on there. And the thing is the website's installed really easy. Anyone in this group who knows us, you load the file up onto WordPress using WP Vivid, and then you do some changes. You know, and we've opened up the MCB, the Magic Code Builder, so that members can install it on customer sites. So if you're doing work for a customer, the advice is you put the MCB on it and put the content inside of there. For those that got the commercial rights, which is pretty much most of you, you have the option then that if they don't pay you, you can hit the little button inside our members area under licensing and turn the license off, which will stop the content from being active. So when you work on a client site, you can do it I do it that way and protect your content. You know, and that's the nice thing about the MCB. And we've got, you know, we got lots more in the pipeline. I've been working this week, and I'm working on next week as much training on the new Magic Ranker system that will be added to the members area, hopefully in the next couple of weeks on there. I know I've been asked a lot about the directory site. I've been chasing up the dev, and I found a really nice directory theme that on Monday I am going to spend the time building into our usual way of installing, and I'm hoping to get that live next week. We've got coming up in the next week or so, a couple of weeks, the handyman site should be going live as well for people. So that's super exciting. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, Robert. If not, we'll say goodbye to the freebie groups. And but we've also, as those who have already got in, we've got the Magic Call Center, which is a plugin we're having built to really replace companies like CallRail, but in WordPress, where you'll be able to connect up your Twilio phone numbers, redirect Twilio, the Twilio phone number, the text messages to somewhere else, and we're going to have call stats and other features like that. When the plugin is complete on version 1, then we're going back to the devs to see if we can have them integrated with other platforms, so you're not just stuck with Twilio. So, so that's sort of the direction we're going in. We are. I'm going to queue up the jingle and say goodnight to the free groups in a moment. Is there anything you want to finish on to the free groups?
Part of the video bootcamp was creating a YouTube channel, and I'm just going to throw this out there because that's kind of where that idea came from. So go through the ranking process of videos, and in that process, you create your own brand new YouTube channel. So in talking to Steve, I said, why don't we take the Ranker and put it in a whole new channel away from Done For You Magic Themes, but let's make that whole entire channel just about rank and rent websites and ranking softwares or procedures or systems, and we'll just create that whole channel based on that. So that's where it's called rankrentwebsites.com came into fruition, because we were going to just do that whole thing, set up the social media, do the channel, and that's in process. So the channel's built, videos are going on it, and that's why you're seeing that. So are we going to get subscribers on it? Yes. We're going to get people that are actually interested in looking at rank rent websites because of the name. They don't know what Done For You Magic Themes is, but in reality, what's going to become of that is the purpose of spreading the net, spreading the web, of bringing people into Done For You Magic Themes, as well as pre-built websites for rank and rent.
Yeah. Marvelous. Just before I play the jingle, I want to do a little teaser.
Uh-oh.
Right. I can't show too much of this at the minute because the dev's still working on it, but this is the first part of the dashboard for the DFY Magic Call Center. This will be rebranded to the right branding, but the idea is you can add a phone number and route it through accordingly. So that's a little teaser there. I'm going to stop sharing now. So
simplistic. It's simplistic.
Yeah.
But in reality, when all of the bells and whistles get added, that's when it becomes powerful. And the more places you have to go to change things and tweak things and do this and do that, the harder it is to get anything done.
Yeah.
So why not have it all in one place?
Absolutely. Right. I'm going to queue up the video. Anyone who wants to join the inner circle where we talk about more golden nuggets, you can go to dfymagicthemes.com/FB for Facebook. No, that's the wrong one. Sorry, dfymagicthemes.com/live for you. That's live number for you. I told you it'd been a long day, Robert. Anyway, bye, free groups. See you next week.
Take care.
You have to bear with me because tonight, for the first time ever, StreamYard, not one stream, has kicked me out, and we're still live in the stream at the moment. So I'm going to go to scheduled live events. I have to relog back in. Right now we can now we'll tell all the secrets while the thing ends, shall we?